Well, good evening everybody. Welcome to Hayward Reserve, my little reserve here in Wiltshire. It's been a glorious evening. Had a green woodpecker come through and lots of swallows flying in front of the hide here. As you can see, I'm in a hide at the moment. We're here to see if the barn owls show tonight, and I've got some good news for you. They're already showing. Well, there's certainly one out of the box. Let me show you. So we've got 4 owlets and there's one out of the box now, so hopefully we'll get all 4 before it gets dark. I think we should be live streaming for about an hour, and then, well, it won't be an hour because it'll be pitch black by then, but hopefully next half an hour we'll be live streaming, and hopefully we'll also have the 4 owlets out. But great news, we've got 1 owlet out now. So I haven't seen an adult as yet. Adults normally are out. They're crepuscular, so they're active during the dark hours, the twilight hours. That's in the evening, dusk and dawn. But no adults showing just yet. But we have got 1 owlet out of the box, waiting to be fed. So hopefully we'll have an adult come in, and we'll see the youngster being fed. And with a bit of luck, the siblings will join this 1 owlet. As I said in my last broadcast, I should imagine these owlets will be at least a week before they start flying around, and they will do. They'll leave the tree, but safe, fairly close to the tree. Then once they're all kind of semi-fledged, you'll find they'll fly further afield. They won't actually leave the area, and they might well come back. So with a bit of luck, we'll be seeing owlets and young birds for the next probably 4 weeks. So looking forward to that. So it's been a gorgeous evening. The sun's dropped down behind the horizon now, but earlier it was fantastic, really gorgeous here. And saw a green woodpecker fly through, and quite a few swallows, which was nice to see. And right on cue, our first owlet showed up. So I'm just going to stay quiet and let's see what happens. Let's see if they all come out. What we'll probably find is that a second owlet will try and come out of the box and push this one out, and they all follow suit, pushing each other out until they're all out. That's our hope anyway. If anything else passes through, I'll get the camera on it. We do have roe deer here, and they come very close to the hide, or have been in the last couple of weeks. So if they show up, I'll try and get the camera on that one. And also we have brown hair here as well. So any of those turn up, we'd look to get some film of those. We've had this box up for 4 years, I believe, and we've had breeding in the last 3 years. In the last 2 years we had 4 owlets, so we've got 4 here this year, had 4 last year that all fledged, so really successful site. In a period where some areas are struggling to get any barn owls to breed at all. So fantastic. Looks like this one's moving a little bit. Looks like a bit of a stretch. Might well push himself out the box. No rush. Just contemplating life at the moment. Still no sign of the adults. They roost. They don't roost in the box. The adults, when the owlets are this size, the adults don't roost in the box. There's not enough room, but they roost. They probably roost in the wood behind. In fact, I have put a second owl box up about 400 metres due north of here, and they might well roost in there. But quite often they roost in this little wood behind the nest box. but they could show up at any time. This owlet's not in a hurry to do a lot, to be fair. A lot of stretching in it probably. We do have some people behind the hide in the farm. A fair bit of talking going on, but that doesn't bother the owls. Clearly they're barn owls and they're used to flying around barns and farmyards, so normally people don't bother them. If they were bothered, they'd shoot back into the box, just like that one has. So maybe, I think it's some young children behind playing in a field, but hopefully the owlet will come back out, and all the brothers and sisters too. So whilst we're waiting for the owlets to show up, to appear again, it's a beautiful sight, this. What you're looking at now is we're looking towards the direction of the owl box, and that's on the edge of a oak plantation, so fairly young trees, probably 10, 12 years old. There were a lot of ash trees amongst them, but they've died due to ash dieback. The reserve extends to the end of this wooded area there, and all the way down to this side, and that's cutting a bit of the hide. But behind that there's a 25-acre woodland, mixed deciduous wood, and a section of conifer, so it's a fantastic habitat. At the moment I've got 2 hides here. I've got this pop-up hide, and I've got 1 more hide to put up during the winter. So yeah, it's a wonderful place. It's only 5 miles from my house. And the farmer here, very friendly, very helpful, loves nature, is only too pleased to help and let me use this section of his land. So it's fantastic. And there are lots of farmers like that, of course. They sometimes get a bad deal, but or bad press. But most I've met are pretty, love nature and love to conserve nature. But this one here particularly does. So a big shout out to Merv. Okay, let's have a look at the box, see what's happening. So nothing as yet. Our owlet just has gone back in, but they will be back out. So the setup I have here at the moment, I have my Sony A1 Mark II, and that's focused on the Nest box with a 600mm lens. I have the DJI Pocket 3, and that's the one I'm filming with here. It gives me the wide angle, and I rotate that to give a shot of myself. So that's the talking head type camera. I've also got an iPad that I run the session on, and this Yololiv or Yololiv, I think it's Yololiv box, mini box, has a slot for 1 more camera, which I might rig up at some stage. All in all, fantastic setup. It's all running off 5G, so there's bound to be some lag. I think there's probably a 20-second lag between me talking and filming and you receiving the pictures and the audio. So there is a bit of lag, but on mobile network it's pretty good, solid system. So nothing happening at the moment, so I'm going to be quiet and just hope the owlets come out. I'll also look round for the adults. And then we have the adult, one of the adults, just behind. Can't take any shots of it, just behind some leaves. Well, I could take shots of it, but it'd be covered. So there's the adult. Might even catch it hunting in a second. So I'm going to try and use all my skills, video skills, to stay on this bird if it flies. Just be mindful you're going to probably get a bit of a juddery picture, but I'll do my best to bring you some images. A fantastic bird the barn owl is. One of my favourite raptors. Certainly my favourite owl. Superb. Absolutely awesome. So we've no owlets out, but we have an adult. And no doubt the adult will start hunting any minute. the image gets a bit jumpy, it's because I'm just releasing all the locks on the tripod so that I can react if the owl moves. Okay, we can't hear this, but the youngsters are calling. They want to be fed. They're hungry. What an awesome sight. I'm going to try and get myself comfortable in a position where I can move this camera. There's not an awful lot of room in here, but I'll do my best. There we go. Ooh, almost. This adult is dying to find a vole to feed that first youngster. Let's see if we can capture that. Bit of a challenge. I'm trying my best to stay on the bird, but not easy. The lights are beginning to fade. There's still one youngster out. Let's get back on the owl. As the light drops, I'm videoing at 120 frames per second for all you technical videographers out there. But I will drop that down as the light fades so I can use a slower shutter speed and get more light onto the sensor. How brilliant is that? And if I pan across, so there's the adult, go back to the box, and we have a youngster just beginning to show. I want to go back onto the adult, so bear with me. Not sure if you could hear the owlets, they're screeching away in the box, and it really is a screech, their call. Right, let me just find it up. So we're back on the owl, away from me and back on the owl. I'm trying to do 10 things at once, so fraught with errors, but we'll get there. So you should be seeing the owl now, the adult. At the nest box, there's still one youngster. Had some comments in. Neil Cowley says they're great birds, have to agree. And nice one, Phil. Thanks, Neil. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully the adult will fly in a minute and we'll be able to get some flight videography, which would be nice. I think the adult must be about 100 metres away from me, but you know, this hive's been here a long time and they're just not bothered by it at all. I'm just going to drop the frame rate down. Reason for that is that I've got to make the picture a little bit brighter for you. As I did that, the adult's flown. And there you go. See what's happening at the nest box. Still one youngster. But the adult's flown. Unfortunately, I missed that. I was changing the settings. And absolutely typical photography, videography. You've got to be so sharp and concentrating all the time. But we've got some footage now of the owlet, and with the adult away, he's probably quartering somewhere. Going to find a small mammal, field voles, their favourite meal. Bring that back to the youngsters, hopefully. It's pretty dark here now. Still filming, so I think we're still getting a feed. Let's just hope the adult flies through and I can get some footage. Oh, there you go. Probably saw the adult. Right, so we're back on stream. Sorry I lost you for a minute there. Technical error, but hey, we're doing alright. We've got 2 outlets out now, as you can see. In fact, there's 3 out at the moment. Just heard a tawny owl as well, which was quite interesting. I don't know if the adult barn owl was having a scrap with the tawny, but there's a bit of a kerfuffle over in the wood. What have we got now? Let's have a look. So we've got 4 owlets and we've got an adult. So whether the owlets, the adult's protecting the owlets from a tawny. I heard a tawny, but I didn't see it. Right, welcome back. All sorts of action has happened since you've been away. Had a malfunction with Facebook, or probably my 5G froze. We've got 4 outlets out in the box, as you can see on the tray. We've got an adult to the left. We had a tawny came through, hooting, screeching, and I don't know if the adult chased it off, but the adult's now standing guard by the nest box. So an interesting development. I've not seen that before here, but what a picture that is. Look at that, 4 owlets there and 1 adult, and there goes the adult. Awesome. What a bird. Wow, absolutely awesome. The adult just flew out towards where the tawnies are, into the main wood. Oh, what a brilliant bit of action. Well, the adult has flown off to chase the tawny owl off. So awesome. I can still hear tawny hooting in the background as well. But a lot of tawny owls around at the moment hooting. I think they're beginning to find territories and sort of pair up for next year. It's a little bit early, but it's almost pitch black here now. But I think I'm getting some sort of feed, so I'll carry on until we can't see anything. Can't see the adult around. As you can see, it's pretty dark here now. I'm still managing to get some footage, even in this light, but very dark, too dark to live stream, and the signal keeps dropping out. So, look, the fact that it's on 5G, mobile network, we've done well to get any sort of feed going. So, really pleased with that. But you kept dropping out at a crucial time. What was that? Just see. Really, really dark. Okay. Right, thanks for tuning in. Been a real pleasure. It's great coming out to watch the barn owls in the evening. And no doubt I'll be doing this again. So thanks very much, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.